Today we're going to make this easy Santa drawing. So to get started, we are going to need some supplies. We're going to need a marker in black or a black pencil crayon or crayon, a white crayon, some scissors, a pencil. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to grab a red and a pink crayon. Either one will do. Some glue, and we need some paper. Some white to draw the Santa, red for the hat, and black for the background. Feel free to use a different color background, and if you don't have red for the Santa hat, that's also okay. You could color your Santa hat in. To get started, we are going to take our white piece of paper and our pencil, and we are going to draw our Santa on the front. So with that pencil, about the middle of your page, all the way to the left, we're going to draw a line that goes all the way across, but instead of straight, you're just going to curve it. So it's going to gently curve up and down, just like a rolling mountain, gently curving, going back to the start, and you're going to gently curve down just a little bit, and then gently curve up and down all the way across, just a gentle curve, and then join those lines. So that's going to be the top of your Santa hat. Now here mine's curved a little bit too much on the left, so I'm just going to erase and lift it up a tiny bit. So just look at yours, decide whether you like it. It's going to kind of look like a rectangle but with curved lines. When you're happy with it, we're going to go right to the eyes. So you're going to take your pencil, go underneath where you just drew, and draw a curved line and another curved line right beside it. So you have two little curved lines, like upside down U's. Now we're going to make the mustache go in between the eyes, go a little bit up, come down, up again, and then curve all the way back up. So do the same thing on the other side. So kind of go up a little bit, then down a little bit, up to a tip, and then curve down, down, down all the way back. Now, if that was a bit too tricky, just stop the video and try that again. You're going to go to the top of the mustache and just do a little curve for the nose, go to the bottom of the mustache and do another little curved line for the mouth. We're going to continue with those curved lines. Go back to the hat and curve to the left to the mustache. Go to the right and curve on that side to the other side of the mustache. And we're going to do another curved line from that mustache all the way to the bottom of your page. So from the mustache, curve all the way down to the bottom of your page. Go to the right side and do the same thing all the way down to the bottom of your page. We're going to put a little texture on this beard, just with some tiny little curved lines randomly placed within the beard. So just randomly place some little curved lines. And there you go. Now is where we are going to take our black marker, or if you have a crayon or a pencil crayon, you're going to use that just to make sure it pops. So just make sure you like it before you trace. So now's the time, if you need to do any erasing, go ahead and fix what you don't like. And then you're going to trace. Now I'm going to put a black piece of paper under here so that my marker doesn't go through my workspace. And then I'm just going to trace all of those lines. So when you're tracing, just be careful to try to stay on the lines that you already created. So take your time. If you make any mistakes, that's okay. You can erase the lines after. And there we go. Once you have your tracing done, you're going to grab your crayon, and I'm going to use pink for the nose and put little circles here for some rosy cheeks. I'm going to use red for the mouth and just color that in. And part of our Santa is done. Now is where I'm cutting out my Santa. Now when I'm cutting out my Santa, I want to make sure that I can still see those black lines. So you just be careful. You don't want to cut out the black lines. You want to still see them. Now if you do not have a red piece of paper, you could have just continued, and rather than cut, you could just draw Santa's hat right on top and color it in. But if you do have a red piece of paper, we're going to draw the hat now. I'm going to take the Santa we just cut out and just put it enough space at the top, move it to the bottom of the red page and put enough space at the top so that I have space to draw, if that makes sense. I'm going to take my pencil, go right to the side of my Santa, and I'm going to curve around and in, and then I think I'll curve back. So this is just going to be my hat, the shape that I want it to be. I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to curve up, 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 around, and then to the left, and join the line we just created. So I went from the left, I curved in and around, I went to the right, I curved up and joined that line. Your Santa hat can look any way you would like. Now at the bottom, I'm just going to pull down the Santa a little bit and then draw a line from one side to the other, and that will help me with the cutting. Then I'm going to cut it out. So whatever you would like your Santa hat to look like, you're going to draw it on this red piece of paper, and then you are going to cut it out. So don't worry if it doesn't look like my Santa hat. You can draw whatever Santa hat you would like. You just want to have your Santa hat, and then you're going to cut it out. And if you don't have red, you could just draw it on white and color it in. Then I am going to put a little bit of glue on that white Santa, and I'm going to put it right on the black piece of paper. I want to glue my hat, so I'm going to put some glue, and now that straight edge of the hat is going right underneath that little white piece that we drew with the squiggly line or the curved lines. Now I want a pom-pom, so I'm going to take my white piece of paper. I'm going to draw a large circle, and I'm going to cut out my pom-pom. So I'm going to just cut this out so that I have a pom-pom for Santa's hat. Once I have that, of course, we're going to glue it right on the tip of my hat here. There we go. And our white crown is going to be used just as a little extra decoration, putting some snowflakes in behind the background so it is a nice snowy day for Santa Claus. And here's one I created before that is a little bit smaller. Remember, when you're making a craft, you get to be creative and have fun, so yours can look any way you would like. Thanks for joining me to make this easy Santa drawing.